Hey guys, it's Amanda, and this is Random Talks with Amanda podcast. Welcome to the first episode, and this is actually my first attempt of doing a podcast. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you listen to the end, and hope you like this kind of talks, and hopefully more will come in the future. So the reason why I'm starting to do this podcast is because I've always wanted to try. I always find podcasts appealing, and I see myself doing a podcast. Um, and it's actually on my bucket list this year to try to do a podcast. So here I am trying, and the reason why I started today, it's been 9 months since the start of the year. So why today? I'm starting today because I've been overthinking too much about it. You know, I've just been waiting for the perfect subject to talk about and the perfect things to say, to have more knowledge, more experiences, maybe more people who would tune in, and maybe waiting to have more money to buy the logistic stuff, buy a proper mic and whatever. Just thinking too much about things that don't actually matter, because what matters most is to start. We always want things reversed. We think about it in reverse, like we have this image, we want to have millions of views, and everyone tell us how inspiring we are and how much they can relate, and to be rich, to have all of these perfect tools, and then to start to do a podcast. And it doesn't work that way. You just gotta start from scratch, and you will learn along the way. And maybe one day I will get to that, or maybe I won't, but at least I started and at least I've I tried. In the future, I'm gonna say at least I tried, and not just stuck and still waiting for the right opportunity to do so. So just jumping at it and starting. And the thing that I want to talk about today, I actually got the subject yesterday. I knew what I was going to talk about and said, okay, maybe this how it's gonna be, my first episode. Yesterday was my birthday, September 15, and I got a letter. I don't know if you guys know about this. There's a place where you go and email yourself a letter. It's called Future Me, and you write a letter for yourself to get in the future. And you decide which day you were gonna get it. So last year I went and I wrote a letter to myself to get this year at my birthday. And the letter that I got was very eye opening and mind blowing, because, well, it basically says, I know that you are feeling kind of worthless or not special this day, but I know next year when you read this letter, you will be feeling different. You will be feeling special, and you wouldn't be waiting for validation from other people. And you got me to a lot of places that I wanted to go. I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much. Keep going. And that's basically the idea of the letter that I got. And when I got it and I read it, I felt I, I just felt so proud, because last year when I wrote that letter, I had no fucking clue how am I going to believe those words a year from now. I was just, it's it just sounded so out of reach and so unimaginable to actually be in that place where I am right now. And I didn't know how to get myself there. I didn't know what to do. There was no plan, no vision. All I had was this feeling in my heart and this will that I don't want to feel this way next year. I want to feel better. I want to feel everything that I wrote in this letter. I want to actually feel it next year and I want to actually believe it. I don't believe it now, but next year I want to believe it. That's all that I knew at the time. And I actually forgot about the letter and didn't remember it until I got it yesterday. And as I was reading it, I was like, yes, yes, I believe it. I really believe that I am special, and I really am not seeking validation anymore. Maybe in some parts and some areas, but not nearly as much as before, yeah, so I'm not seeking validation from people anymore. I'm not waiting for them to accept me, for me to accept myself. I'm not waiting for anyone to love me, for me to love myself. And I know that I'm special. I know that I am worthy. I know that my existence in this world makes a difference, even if it's not the difference that I imagine it to be, or as big as the difference to maybe change the whole world, but my existence matter. And this is the idea of celebrating birthdays. You just celebrate the birth of that person. You just celebrate their existence in this world and in their life, and appreciating them and feeling grateful for having them in your life. And it's a beautiful thing about birthdays, like for a person to be born and to exist now in your life and to have that much impact on you and the people around them. It's beautiful. I love that about birthdays and celebrating birthdays. So last year I didn't feel special at all, and I didn't feel that my existence matter. It's something that I've kind of always felt. I've always been struggling with this idea that what's the point of life and of my life more specifically. And I've always felt stuck and unable to do things that I want to do, and unable to do important things to me, and important things as the word sees as important. But this year is really different because I don't feel stuck anymore, and I actually believe those words. And I actually did get myself to a lot of places that I wanted to go, and do a lot of things that I wanted to do. And I am actually really proud of myself and love myself. Maybe for the first time ever, I love myself and I accept myself, and I am proud and happy. And the most important thing is I trust myself. That's that's a very very important thing to have, to trust yourself, because as I was saying before, I've always felt stuck, and I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe or trust in myself that I was gonna be able to get myself out of this place, this this bad place, mentally. I never thought that I was gonna be able to get out of it uh, alone. I was always waiting for other people to come and save me, waiting for my friends, and putting um so much load on them, like like my friends are the one that's gonna save my life, or I'm gonna wait for a person to fall in love with me and to come and save me and be my prince charming and get me out of this place. uh there's always this pressure, like waiting for the outside world to come and save me. But this last couple of years, I've been realizing more and more how ve- it's me, you know. I'm my own hero. I'm the one who's gonna save me. No one else is coming to save me. And even if you have a lot of friends and a lot of support, it's very important to have it. But even if you have it and you don't support yourself and you don't trust yourself and you don't do the work that you have to do for yourself, you're gonna be stuck your whole life. No one is gonna come and dig you out of the hole that you keep digging for yourself. So you have to make the decision and do the work and actually start to climb that hole and get out of that hole. And um like I don't know how to how to say this, but fill fill that hole so it won't be as deep anymore, you know. So so even if you fall next time, you won't be falling as hard or as deep as before. And so it's your responsibility and it's your job. And I think that's the thing that got me here this far. I'm actually very grateful for the things that I went through alone. There's a lot of times that I thought that you know, I was just feeling so heartbroken and so frustrated and sad that I'm going through things alone. I was like, oh, I was just I wish I had just one person to talk about this with, and I was just feeling lost and lonely and hurt, and I felt like it's a big load for me to carry it on my own. I just need help. I need support. I can't do it on my own. But that kind of mentality and of mindset is what makes the weight even bigger. You know, when you said I can't handle it and whatever, like even when people come to help you with that weight, they will come and help you with that weight for sure. There's always gonna be someone who will help you along the way, but they will help you for a mile maybe, you know. And then you're gonna have to go that path without them, and it's gonna feel the weight is gonna feel even more heavy without their support, and no one is gonna be with you for the whole path. It's just a fact that you need to accept, that people are with you for a time. It may be a short time, it may be a long time, but that time is gonna come to an end one way or another, you know. We are not gonna live forever, and the people you love aren't gonna live forever, and they're gonna have their own lives and their own goals and their own way to carry. So you can't uh, expect for people to come and lift that weight for you for the rest of your life. You will get help, but it's up to you. It's up to you to deal with that weight. Um. So yeah, the when I started to actually lift that weight on my own and doing things, um, and you're gonna ask me what I did, and for sure we're gonna talk about that. For example, like meditation, breath work, and I studied psychology, so there's a lot of psychological thinking that, and psychological processes that was taking place. Um, and exercising, working out, going to the gym, going for runs. We can talk about that, and I'm sure we will talk more about that in the future. But this podcast is more general and less specific than the actual methods. So yeah, you gotta do the work, and you gotta start. And when you start doing the work, and like one work after the other, it's not just about one thing. It's not like, yeah, I went to the gym and everything is perfect now, or I look in the mirror and I said affirmations to myself and it's so better now, or I just did some meditations, and I went to a breath work workshop, and now everything is better. No, but everything combined together, and one thing after the other, everything leads in the end to the better outcome. When you start to go to the gym consistently, when you go to the gym even when you don't feel like going to the gym, when you go for a run even that you hate running, and you actually start to include running in your daily routine, when you wake up early and you don't feel like waking up early, when you go to work and you don't feel like going to work, or when you feel like you want more in life but still you work on what you can work on right now at the moment, when you say affirmations to yourself and actually start to believe them. Not just saying, yeah, you look beautiful and then you move on with your day. No, you remind yourself of why you are beautiful. You actually believe that there's something beautiful in you. You actually believe that you are strong. And it starts with saying things maybe that you don't believe, but incorporating it in your mind every day, and you will start to see some change. And at first, it's gonna be a drop in the ocean. That change is gonna be just a drop in the ocean, barely noticeable. But a drop after a drop after a drop, and now the ocean starts to change its color, you know, and things start to change. And as I was saying, you start to believe in yourself and you start to trust yourself, because whenever a situation comes and you overcome it, you give yourself proof that you are able to do this. When you do a challenge, like when you hate to do something and then you go do it, even though you hate it, but maybe like you want to do it, or you should do it, so you go and do it, you give yourself proof that you are able to do it. When you get in the cold shower, even if you hate cold water and you hate feeling cold, but then you go and dip yourself in cold water, you give yourself proof that you can handle it. When you don't feel like going to the gym, but yet you go to the gym, and then you feel amazing afterwards, because you've been consistent, you are being there's discipline in your life, and the gym is gonna take you to beautiful places, physically and mentally. And guess what? The first month you're not gonna see any results. The first year maybe barely some results. But then couple of years later, you're in the best shape of your life. And you're kind of addicted, and you don't want to stop, even when you're super tired and I need to rest. But no, I'm loving the results, I'm loving what this is giving me, I love how this is making me feel, I'm gonna go do it. So you start to trust yourself and to believe, and every time you get in a hole and you get yourself out of it, you give yourself proof that you can, that you are not stuck, You are not waiting for someone to come and get you out. You can get out yourself. And every time you find yourself in a bad place, you can get out of it. Every time you get out of it, you give yourself proof and you trust yourself now. You know, you trust yourself that yes, I'm gonna be in a bad place one day again for sure. But I'm gonna get myself out the same way that I got myself out of this. And it's a beautiful place to be. And I actually lived that hands on and experienced it not so far ago. A couple of weeks ago, I was in a very bad place mentally. And, I got all my childhood and all my teenage years and all of that baggage was with me, and all of the baggage that I carried it along in my adult years, and all of these years combined, they were all they came together, and there was this huge dark cloud over my head because of it, and I was feeling really hurt and angry and depressed and feeling like shit. I know this feeling. I know this feeling that I was stuck with my whole life. Now I'm finding myself with it again. But the difference is, and the difference that I was able to see it at that moment, is that I am not stuck. I have this feeling right now, and this feeling sucks, and I don't want to feel it anymore, but I am feeling it. I didn't want to feel it anymore. I was doing everything in my power not to feel this feeling again, but here I am. I was feeling it, and it sucks, but it's okay. Maybe I will feel it again in the future too, and it's okay. Because you know why it's okay? Because I was able to move on from this feeling before, and I am able to move on from it now, and I will be able to move on from it in the future. And I actually had I filmed myself on the camera, did a little video of me crying because I wanted to remember this moment. I want to remember me crying, and I just wrote, this doesn't make any sense right now, but I know it will in the future. And that's the difference. That's the difference between Amanda from 10 years ago and 5 years ago and 1 year ago and Amanda today, is that Amanda from years ago couldn't see that things are gonna get better and things are gonna make sense in the end. I couldn't see it, and like sometimes you don't. I couldn't see that it's until the end that I saw like, oh, okay, this made sense, you know. But now I'm not at the end yet. I don't see how all these pieces will connect to give me a beautiful puzzle in the end. I don't see that puzzle, but I know that pieces are coming back together. I know that pieces are forming something beautiful. I trust that, and I believe that from the bottom of my heart. I know that God and the universe and this huge energy is working for my favor. I know whatever is happening now is happening for me. I know it's because it's better for this to happen at this moment in this place. I know that I have maybe a road that I have to go other than the road that I was planning to. And it's okay because I know that this road is better. I know that the God and universe are guiding me to go in on this road instead of the other road, because it's where I should be, because it's for my best. and there's maybe there's a lesson here that I should learn. Maybe there's something that I always wanted to have. Maybe it was leading me to have this podcast, to actually to finally start doing this and start trying. I don't know. I haven't connected the pieces yet. You know, it's been a couple of weeks. Things are starting to make a little bit more sense, but it still haven't came to the end vision, you know, and to the whole picture. I can't see the whole picture yet, and I can't connect all the dots. But one thing I am sure of is that the dots are connecting. There's some connection going up here. So yeah, I trust myself, and I trust God, and I trust universe that everything is gonna be okay. You know, life is just a journey, and we're so blessed to be alive and to be aware of it, you know, to be aware of this life that we have, and to the experiences that we have. um you know, I don't think animals are beautiful things and beautiful beings, and there's a lot to learn from. But you know, I don't think maybe a cat is walking and thinking like, wow, I am walking right now. You know, like, I'm grateful that I can walk. It's just something that happens automatically to her. But to us human beings, for us to be capable to have that awareness, we have it. Not everybody use it. Very rarely the people use it, you know. But to actually have that awareness, like, I am able to walk, I have all of these senses, I am able to see, to smell, to hear, and I have to see the beauty of nature, and to be able to walk and go places and run and breathe, and to be able not just to have that, but to actually be aware of it, and of how amazing and blessed we are for having it. That's mind blowing, man. That's mind blowing. It's so beautiful to be aware of it. You know, you not just breathing automatically, but to actually focus on your breath, and hey, let's take a deep breath together right now. You know, let's just take a deep breath in and a breath out, to be aware of it. You know, we do that all the time without thinking about it, but to actually stop for a moment and think, wow, wow, how the body works. You just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. How much beautiful is that? How lucky we are to have that, to have our breath, to have our lungs and the air to breathe. Life is so beautiful, and it's filled with beautiful things, and we always complicate it more than it should be, you know. We always want more stuff and more things. We want to buy more bags and more clothes, and to have the newest phone, and the fastest car, and the biggest house, and wherever we always want more. But look how much rich we already are. The whole world is ours. Like, go out in nature, in the trees and the ocean, all of this, and the mountains. It's so beautiful, and it's for free. So let's just take a minute of gratitude for all of the things that we already have, for the things that nature and God and the universe are giving us, and just be thankful for being alive. And I'm not gonna um, I'm not gonna stay long in this podcast. I think this much is enough. To actually finish it in gratitude is a beautiful thing. Remember always to be grateful for everything you have in your life. Every little thing right now, you can lose it. You can lose your health. You can lose your friends. You can lose your loved ones. You can lose your stuff. Everything in just a blink of an eye. So just be grateful for everything that you already have. And like the major theme of today, just trust yourself. Just trust that everything is working out for your favor. Trust yourself that you're gonna be able to get past uh, everything. You know, there's nothing, no matter how much awful you think about the most awful thing that could ever happen to anyone, still you can be able to move past it. And there's a lot of beautiful things out there for you. And just do the work, do the work one step at a time. Take decisions, even if it's the wrong decision. It's something that my boss actually told me last year, and it made a big impact on me because it's still stuck in my head, and I actually use it every time that I found myself in a place to make a decision, because I was so indecisive. I hated to make decisions. I've always wished that I wish someone would tell me what to do, but no one was gonna tell you what to do, and maybe they will tell you what to do and you won't like it. So just the decision is in your hands. So every time I have to make a decision, I remember my boss's words, which are, just make a decision. Even if it's the wrong one, let it be the wrong decision. And you're gonna live with the consequences, and you're gonna deal with the consequences when that happens. But make a decision. It's better than not making a decision at all. Making the wrong decision is better than not making a decision at all. So just make a decision. So I'm gonna end this podcast right now with this. Go make a decision. What is something that you have to make a decision about today? Like for me, maybe it was posting this podcast or not, and I'm gonna make that decision, and I'm gonna deal with the consequences of it. Maybe I will not post it, maybe I will delete it later, or maybe I will keep it as a lesson. That's my decision to make. What is a decision that you are gonna make today? What is something that you've been wanting to do, or something that you weren't able to decide whether to do it or not? What is something that you're struggling on? What is something that you're struggling with? Oh my god. Well, maybe I'm gonna delete the podcast for this part specifically. I lost the words. But yeah, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. I'm not gonna waste the whole 30 minutes just because of one simple mistake. It's okay. I will learn how to communicate better in the future. For now, I'm actually happy that I am doing this. I've always been the quiet girl. That's something that I want to tell you also. I've always been the quiet girl. I never share my feelings, never share my opinion. And for me to actually talk for 30 minutes, 35 almost now, it's like wow. I'm actually doing this. I'm actually talking for 30 minutes. So yeah, I am, because that's what I want to do. That's the decision that I decided to do today. And I encourage you to go and decide about the things that you want to decide today. If you have something that you have to decide, just take the decision right now, or take the decision today. Don't overthink it anymore. Don't complicate it. Just make the decision, and even if it turns out to be the wrong decision, you're gonna deal with the consequences. And you trust yourself, right? You trust yourself that you're gonna be able to deal with whatever that comes along your way. And on this beautiful note, we're gonna end this podcast. Thank you for listening to the end. Um, I know for sure I'm gonna listen to this again and see. Maybe I missed. I should have connected the dots more in a more smooth way. Maybe I said a lot. I know I'm gonna go through this and learn from it. I'm gonna learn how to communicate better and how to deliver my thoughts and my ideas in a more smooth and coherent and a better way. And this the only way to go, actually. You start and you learn along the way, and you work on yourself to become better. So good luck with the decision you're going to make, and just be grateful again. Be grateful that you have something that you want to decide, because that means you're gonna move forward. If you're not moving forward in life, you don't have to make any decisions. You're just gonna, yeah, I don't have anything that I have to think about, and you're gonna be in the same place your whole life. But to actually have something to decide, that means there's something that's gonna change, and change isn't a bad thing. We always hate change, but change is a beautiful thing, and you're on the verge of changing, and you gotta trust that change is for the better, and everything is working on your favor. Good luck, my guys. Good luck, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. May you have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, whatever hour you are hearing this. Thank you for tuning in, and let's hope for the better always. And hopefully, I'll see you again with another podcast and another talk. And just take care of yourselves. Till later. Bye.